Welcome to Education Today. I'm Austin Toy, a student at Katanning Senior High School, and today we are going to be talking about Transition Day, and we're going to show a brief video made by myself and Brandon Petrus. To talk more about this today, we have two guests from Katanning Senior High School who have helped out in some way with Transition Day. They are Brandon Petrus and Alexis Tregovic. Welcome to Education Today. First on the show, we're going to have Brandon Petrus. Brandon, it's nice to have you here.
It's nice to be here, Austin. Thank you.
So let's just start right in on the questions. I'm sure that there are some of our viewers who aren't very familiar with Transition Day. Could you explain a little about it for them?
Yeah, sure. I myself wasn't familiar with it until I got involved in the program. But it's a program designed for sophomores and juniors in high school who have a slower learning ability than other kids, and it's to help them transition from life in high school till reality when they need to purchase a home or get a job or things like that.
Yeah, it seems like an admirable little program we have running here. Do you know when and where the day actually takes place?
Yes, it's actually tomorrow, on March 30th at 9 o'clock in the morning at IUP North Point.
Good campus. What was your involvement in this year's Transition Day?
Well, I actually was involved with the filming aspect. We did, as you said, a video about it. It was basically teaching kids in that program that they needed to be responsible when they're assigned a job later.
Yeah. Could you tell us a little more about the filming, like maybe the technical aspect that you were involved in, or how smoothly it went, something like that?
Oh yeah, the filming itself was quite fun to do, as you can recall. You were with me there. Our two main actors, were Victoria Reed and Zach Blevins. They were both seniors from Katanning High School.
Do you recall why they were selected?
I believe they were at least involved in the past, if not now, in the musical, and they had at least some acting ability. And from what I saw, they have quite the acting talent. Yeah,
it was a lot easier to work with them than, say, just randoms that you'd pull out of class for any normal video.
Exactly.
How did the Lenape students and the faculty respond to the filming?
They were actually involved in the filming. Several of the teachers at the Lenape Votech were involved. Both the shop teachers for the auto mechanics and the wood shop teacher. The culinary teacher was involved. Even we got the front desk administrators to help.
I remember they were really pleasant and helpful about the whole thing as well.
Yeah, they were. They seemed really enthusiastic, and they are really eager to see how the film turned out.
Yeah. We even had a couple of background students involved. I don't know if they knew they were being filmed, but it ended up looking pretty good. What are your personal thoughts on the outcome of this project?
I was happy with it. I was a little delayed in the editing process of it, but thanks to you and
it gets a little crazy with all that.
Yeah, and if some outside help, we got it done, and I'm very pleased with how it turned out.
It looks nice, as our viewers will see later. How was filming from a technical aspect? Talk more about like the intricacies of the filming, anything that you really enjoyed about it.
Well, there was a particular scene that kind of happened by accident, and we were able to use it in the kitchen scene where one of our actors, Zach Blevins, was at a cooking job.
Oh yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, if you remember, the instructor, I believe her name is Andrea, she was Zach was frying onions, and she came up and made the onions flame up on camera, and we were able to capture that, and it worked out very nice.
That was really cool looking, and it was a nice little surprise because we didn't know she was going to do that.
Yeah.
How was... Oh, we covered that already, never mind. Were there any challenges, anything that went sort of wrong that we had problems with? And I know I can think of one.
Yeah, you're probably thinking of the same thing. The entire time, as a TV production student at Katanning, we were used to working with cameras that had built-in mics. We didn't have to worry about them much. Well, this camera we worked with did not have a built-in mic, and we had to turn it on and off to save the battery. Well, more times than not, we left the mic off and filmed an entire scene and had to go back and reshoot them.
Yeah, we'd have to go the whole way through everything.
Yeah. They got a little frustrated with us, but I remember they were pretty cool.
Wasn't it the one time we were We had just finished filming, and we were walking away to the next shot, and we realized the camera was off the whole time.
Yeah, we had to go back. Yeah. They weren't too happy with us, but...
they were still nice about it, though.
Yeah, it worked out in the end.
How about we take a look at this video that you've spoken so much about?
I can't wait to get out of here and get a real job. These teachers are so lame.
Tell me about it. I forgot to bring a pencil and a folder to class today, and Mrs. Crosley flipped out. She told me that I need to come prepared for class. What's the big deal? I was there. She couldn't lend me a pencil.
Victoria, can you grab these 2x6s, measure out 16 foot, and cut them all off for me, okay?
Yeah, can I borrow your tape measure?
I tell you what, every day, same thing. Pencil, tape measure, tool belt, nothing. You never have anything, so I tell you what, just go home. You're done.
Whatever.
I hear you, man. Today I was checking my phone for messages. I mean, it really only takes a minute.
Yeah.
And he wasn't even talking, but Mr. Reed takes my phone away and starts yakking about how I need to pay attention and how I'm not here to make phone calls. I mean, get real. The old fart probably doesn't even know how to text.
Probably not.
I mean, what's the big deal?
Zach, what are you doing? How many times have I told you no cell phones in the kitchen?
A couple, like two.
Too many. You, number one, are putting people at risk when you're not watching the stove. It's unsafe. Number two, you burnt my onions again. You burnt them. That's a waste of product. That's a waste of time, a waste of product. What am I going to do with you? You're fired.
Typical. Don't even get me started on teachers. They think they own the place. You know how Tessa and I were fighting? Well, she wanted to talk after lunch today. So I was a little late to class. 5 minutes. That's it. She hadn't even started talking yet. And then she goes off on how I'm developing bad habits. You know what? She's a bad habit of getting on my nerves. Hey, where's everybody at? I'm ready to go.
I'm sorry, Victoria. They waited as long as they could and the crew had to head to the site.
I'll go call them. Hey guys, I'm here now. You gonna come back and get me? I'm ready to go.
Maybe if this was the first time we would, Victoria, but this is what, the 7th time you've done this?
No,
You know, we can't spend all of our time coming back to pick you up because you're late. You know what? Just pack up your stuff. You're done.
What? No.
Get this. Yesterday, Mrs. Tracy was collecting our writing assignments. I worked really hard on mine, and frankly, it was pretty good. I just had to finish the last paragraph. I even showed it to her. I asked her if I could bring it in at the end of the day, and she said no. Can you believe that? What difference would a few hours make? I can't even believe she wouldn't let me turn it in a little late. I mean, come on, what's the big deal?
Victoria,
Yeah.
you're gonna have this car done today.
Yeah. Give me a couple more hours. It'll be done.
We have to have it done today. The customer's waiting in the showroom.
I'm almost done.
You know what? I'm just gonna let you go.
Right.
Forget it.
Well,
Forget it.
I hate how they're such prudes. I mean, you can't even drop a f***ing swear word without getting sent to the office. I mean, come on, what's the big deal? I didn't yell it, or, you know, I didn't say it to her face. I was just talking amongst friends. I mean, what is the f***ing deal?
It is. It's very nice here. I was here, I had the salad last week, so I really recommend the salads.
Maybe I'll try that.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
All right, do you know what you're going to eat?
I think I am going.
I don't have a pen. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll get a rag to clean that up.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I know. That's a shame.
The manager.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Hi. We're here to eat lunch, and our waiter has cussed twice. I bring my grandchildren here. I would never want them to hear that kind of language.
He cussed.
Yeah, he swore twice, and I could care less that he spilled the water. But that language, I mean, I just don't care to hear that.
I'm very sorry and I apologize. I will take care of the situation. Thank you for letting me know.
Good, because if I came back and he was here, I probably wouldn't stay.
Okay, and again, I apologize.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, that language is just uncalled for.
You wanted to see me?
Yes, exactly. Table number 3 just approached me and said that you were cussing in front of them. Is this true?
Yeah, I accidentally spilled water. I got angry.
You can't get mad in front of customers. You have to hold your composure. We've talked about this. This is not the first time and not my first complaint. You've got to be professional.
It won't happen again. I'll make sure.
It's not going to happen again because you're fired.
Yeah, I'm sick of hearing. I mean, I guess we need to learn stuff, like math or something. But everything they bring up is just so little. Like, it'll really make a difference when we get out of here.
Yeah, like I said, what's
the big deal?
Certainly was a nice looking video. Do you have any thoughts on it?
Well, I was, as I said earlier, I was very pleased with how it turned out. I believe the team who was in charge of the whole transition day, they were extremely pleased as well.
Oh yeah, they were really helpful too.
Yeah, they were even part of it, as you saw in the kitchen scene, and they responded really well. I was surprised
wasn't that
to see
a fun scene?
Yeah, I was surprised to see how good of actors they were.
Did you have a favorite scene by chance?
Favorite scene? Well, once again, I did like the kitchen scene, but not the flame. We had our actor Zach Belevins once again shed a little tear during the film, as you saw, and
oh, that was a neat little trick we had.
It was, yeah. We just put a little water in his eyes, and it looked pretty convincing.
Just dripped it right in there, and then movie gold. My favorite scene personally was the one in the automotive shop, because that teacher was so much fun to work with, and he didn't think he was doing a good performance, but he was helpful. We really got a lot of energy out of him at the parts we needed, and I think that shot ended up turning out really well.
And he was a real nice guy to work with. It was hard to get him to yell at Victoria during the film, but
we had to coax that out
we had to
of him.
coach him. Yeah. All right.
So I think that about sums up our feelings on the video. And now we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have Alexis Tregovic talking about her involvement with Transition Day as well. We're back with Armstrong School District's Education Today. We're here now with Alexis Tregovic, another student from Katanning Senior High School. Welcome to Education Today. It's nice to have you here, Alexis.
It's great to be here, Austin.
So let's just start into these questions. Okay. Do you think that the students will actually benefit from Transition Day?
I think so. From what I've seen and what I've heard about the program, it does seem phenomenal. Everybody's worked so hard on it.
I know me and Petrus put a lot of work into our part.
I saw your video. It's really good.
Do you know actually who's in charge of Transition Day?
I have mainly dealt with Mrs. Preshock and Mrs. Tracy for the part that I have done. Other than those two, I'm not really sure who is involved in helping and setting it up.
Okay, I see.
Sorry.
Who actually asked you to help?
Miss Richardson asked me to help in my multimedia class last semester, but I believe Mrs. Tracy contacted her to find a student to help.
I see. What was your actual involvement with it? What did you do specifically for Transition Day?
I put a PowerPoint presentation together about online job applications. I was originally going to demonstrate on how to fill out an application, but the process was so long and there are only 20-minute sessions. So I knew in 20 minutes I wouldn't be able to get through a whole application. So I just did some do's and don'ts.
Okay, that seems like something that they would really benefit from. Can you give us any details on it, like how it went or what you were expected to do?
Well, since transition day isn't until tomorrow, I don't know exactly how it's going to go. I'm hoping it goes well, obviously. But some of the main things that I'm going to explain to them is do's and don'ts of like filling out applications. Like use a real email address. Don't use something funny. You know, use your real name. Something professional. What you want employers to see you as, in a way.
What do you actually have to do as far as the presenting goes? Like, do you go up there and read it, or do you just sort of let the PowerPoint go?
I'm actually going to basically read the PowerPoint as I'm going through it. My friend Becca Cordo is coming along with me to help me. She's going to hit the space bar for the next slides. And I'm just going to kind of go through, highlight what I have written on the slides, and more or less read it to them in a way.
I see.
Yes.
Do you have any final comments on the project or the transition day in general? Just any final thoughts?
The only real comment I'd probably say is that I personally didn't know about transition day, but now that I've been asked to help with it and everything, I'm really glad that I did know about it, because I didn't know that the school and IUP and Armstrong County in general did this thing for them. I think it's like a really good thing.
Well, that's our show for tonight. I'd like to thank our guests, and we also need to thank our film crew. Today we had Katanning High School students led by their teacher, Mr. Don Swanson. I'd like to also mention that this show was completely developed by the second-level TV production class at Katanning Senior High School. Please join us again next week for another look at the Armstrong School District, and DVD copies of this and all Education Today programming can be requested by contacting Chris Garitano and Katanning Junior High School. Visit the website for updated news and information about the district, and have a great week.